Welcome to part 13 of I am He, I am the Lamb, I am, but hast thou left me? And I keep putting that up there so I can make sure y'all see that that is a question. That is a question. I want to make sure y'all notice that. This is a question from the Lord to all of y'all. To all of us. To all of us. It was to all of us. You know, I've been finding what He wanted me to find, and I've been applying it to my life. Now it's your turn. But now, let's get back into this. We're going to recap on verse 4. Well, let's go back to verse 3. I really love verse 3. And I hope y'all are listening to it and understanding it. And say to them, Thus saith the Lord of Israel, Cursed be the man that obeys not the words of this covenant. This covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice and do them according to all which I command you. So you shall be my people, and I will be your God. See, you're not His people if you're not doing this. That I may perform the oath which I have sworn to your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is this day. Then I answered and said, So be it, O Lord. Then the Lord said to me, Proclaim. Now this is Jeremiah that's saying this stuff right here. And the red writing is God. Then the Lord said to me, Proclaim all these words in the cities of Judea and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, Hear you the words of this covenant and do them. Now, I'm going to do this the way the Lord has given me command. That's why this note was here. I am saying this and I'm proclaiming this to all nations everywhere. All 7 continents. I speak unto you now. And I proclaim the word of the Lord unto you, and I say these things to you now. Hear you the words of this covenant and do them. For I earnestly protested to your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even to this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Now this is God. And God is saying to y'all, obey His voice. You're not listening. Well, if you can't hear Him, right here's the Word of God. Get in it and read. Because He said, My sheep hear my voice, a stranger they will not follow. If you're not following this, you are following a stranger. Now, some of y'all been praying to hear God's voice. Then first hear it here. You're not keeping the covenant with Him. That's why you're not hearing His voice. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked every one in. Now pay attention here. This is what y'all doing. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked every one in the imagination. What is imagination? Stubbornness of their evil heart. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I have commanded them to do, but they did them not. He's going to bring up all that he promised in the agreement, because y'all haven't been obeying. Now, verse 9, let's get on back into this. And the Lord said to me, a conspiracy. Now pay attention, this one really perked up my attention, because see, I know about the conspiracy, very much so, and I've talked about it several times, and I've mentioned Psalms too, as I've talked about it. And I've tried to talk to you all about the conspiracy. But y'all didn't want to believe that it was true, but here it is, even in the book of Jeremiah. Let's go on with this, shall we? And the Lord said to me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judea and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Well, guess what? They're scattered abroad now. So now they're found in every nation, and this conspiracy is still very real today. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. Yeah, witchcrafts and sorceries of many different kinds. A lot of you call it science or medical science. It's alchemy and different things like that. Necromancing. Don't be speaking on to the dead. You're not supposed to do that. The house of Israel, let's see, my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant. Who is the house of Israel? That's Jacob's seed. Have broken my covenant. That's the agreement, which I made with their fathers. Now, they turned back to the iniquities, which is sins, of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant. That's agreement, which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. Is he not doing that? And though they shall cry to me, I will not hearken to them. Y'all should have been keeping watch for the Lord. You sure should have. You should have been keeping watch. Verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry to the gods to whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of your cities were your gods. That's right. All the idols is according to how many cities you have. Think about how many cities is upon the earth now, and you'll know how many false gods are in the world. For according to the number of your cities were your gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have you set up altars to this shameful thing, even altars to burn incense to Baal. Yeah, and to make sacrifices, right? To your pagan gods. I wish I could say that the sacrifices were only animal kind. But we all know, gentlemen, because the blood crieth out from the ground, what you have done, ladies and gentlemen, you evil, vile things, and how you have been killing God's children. He's been watching you, and vengeance is his, saith the Lord. And he's about to repay. Therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry to me for their trouble. Idol worship. What has my beloved to do in my house? Seeing she has wrought lewdness, that means done evil things. That's what lewdness is. Done evil things. What's he saying there? What has my beloved to do in my house? Church, that's to you. God's talking to his bride. What has my beloved to do in my house? She has wrought lewdness, which is done evil things with many. And the holy flesh is passed from you. See what he's saying? That's a question he's asking. Is the holy flesh passed from you, in other words? When you do evil, then you rejoice. Yep. You set idols in God's house. You break his covenant every day. And he says that a curse is going to come upon you for this. A curse is coming upon us because you're breaking the covenant of God. But it's not going to come upon the children that are not breaking it, that are keeping his covenant. The Lord called your name. A green olive tree, fair, and of goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted you has pronounced evil against you. The evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judea, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me to anger in offering incense to Baal. You might say, oh, I didn't offer incense. No, you offered your praise, though. You offered your time, and you spent plenty of time with your idols. Yeah, your idols. That's just an example of all the idols that you've been spending time with that wasn't God. Because right here's where you should have been. Because if you'd have been here, you'd have known you was breaking his covenant. It's not that hard if you love the Lord to spend time with him. When you love somebody, you want to spend time with them. You want to be with them. You seek them out, you find them. When you love somebody, you want to be with them. And you'll do anything to make time for them. When you was courting your spouse, did you put them at the end of the road and say, no, you'll understand, you love me. I can't make time for you today. No, that ain't what you said. You couldn't wait to get to see them, couldn't keep your hands to yourself. That's how you should be about God. You shouldn't keep your hands to yourself. You should have them all up in this Word, all over the place, and your eyes and everything, and you should be all over this. See you in the next part.